Hey everyone, welcome back to Destroyed Banking Theory, and today's video we're going to dive deep into a fascinating little piece of American history, the 1961 US 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting out, this coin holds some intriguing details about its circulation, value, and historical significance. So let's get started. This is the 1961 Lincoln penny. It's a copper coin made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing in at 3.11 grams and with a diameter of 19 millimeters. On the obverse, we have the portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. This iconic image has been part of the penny since 1909, marking the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. But what makes the 1961 penny unique? Well, first let's talk about its production. In 1961, the U.S. Mint struck a total of around 1.5 billion pennies. That's a lot of change. These coins were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, with the D mint mark being most common, followed by the S mint mark for San Francisco coins, and the Philadelphia pennies with no mint mark. Now let's take a closer look at those mint marks. The D mint mark represents the Denver Mint, which produced over 1 billion of these pennies in 1961. The S mint mark represents the San Francisco Mint, which produced just a small fraction of the total production, and the coins from Philadelphia didn't have a mint mark at all. Now let's address the big question. What's the value of a 1961 penny today? But experts doubt. Well, like many other coins from the 1960s, the value of the 1961 penny is largely dependent on its condition and mint mark. In circulated condition, a 1961 penny is generally worth around 1 to 2 cents. This is because, despite its age, these coins were produced in such large quantities that they are still relatively easy to find in circulation. Now, if your 1961 penny is in a higher grade, its value can increase significantly. For example, a 1961 penny in uncirculated condition, or one that has been well preserved, could be worth between 5 and 10 cents, and possibly more depending on its quality. Higher grade coins with the S mint mark can fetch a bit more as they were minted in smaller quantities. On the other hand, if you're lucky enough to come across a rare variety, like a double die or any other missed strikes, the value can go up dramatically. For example, a double die penny, which occurs when the coin is struck more than once with a slightly misaligned die, be worth hundreds of dollars to the right collector. So, while the 1961 penny in normal circulation isn't worth much more than its face value, always be on the lookout for unique varieties, as those can turn a small investment into something much more valuable. In terms of collecting, the 1961 penny is a great addition to any set of Lincoln cent. It holds historical significance as part of the larger Lincoln cent series, and many collectors enjoy tracking down each year, including the 61 CU. Whether you're just starting out as a coin collector or you've been collecting for years, the 1961 Lincoln penny is a fantastic piece to add to your collection. It may not be worth a lot in terms of monetary value, but it certainly carries a lot of historical significance and a great story behind it. So, go investigate. The CU story behind the Lincoln Ipu C. Keep an eye on your change, and who knows, you might just stumble across a gem. The composition of the 1961 penny was still made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, a standard that had been in use for the Lincoln cent since its introduction in 1909, and progress was being made. This copper-based alloy continued until 1982, when the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-plated zinc alloy to address the rising cost of copper constraints. In 1961, the U.S. economy was growing rapidly, and coins like the newspaper or candy bar to tipping and donations. As part of everyday commerce, the 1961 penny saw widespread circulation, and many were quickly spent and replaced with newer coins. While the 1961 penny itself did not feature any significant design changes, it was part of the Lincoln Memorial series, which remained in circulation until 2008. The design changes to the Lincoln cent, like the shield reverse, 2009, marked a shift from the traditional memorial design. The 1961 penny, however, is still highly collected by numismatists today, especially in higher grades, or for the collectors interested in the different mint marks and circulation conditions. Despite being produced in large numbers, the 1961 penny can still hold interest for collectors, particularly in uncirculated or high-grade conditions. A well-preserved penny from 1961 can be worth 5 to 10 cents, depending on the condition and the mint mark. In terms of circulated value, these coins typically hold a value close to their face value of 1 cent. The real value for collectors lies in rarities, such as double dies or other minting errors, which can command much higher prices. These coins are considered rare finds and are more likely to fetch substantial sums at circulation is not unusual, but finding one in perfect uncirculated condition is much rarer. The 1961 pennies were minted using dies that struck the design onto the coin blank under tremendous pressure, and sometimes slight errors in this process produced interesting circulation. The 1961 penny was minted during a time of post-World War II economic expansion, and the resulting die was called rose reeds, a system adjacent to the common rose. The U.S. was in the middle of the 1960s, a decade marked by cultural change, space exploration, and civil rights movements, all while the penny continued to serve as a small but necessary currency in the everyday lives of Americans. Saying the 1961 penny is much more than just a small copper coin. It carries a history of the Lincoln Memorial Series, a period of economic prosperity, and a reflection of American culture at the time. Whether you're collecting them for their history or their value, these pennies continue to captivate coin enthusiasts and collectors around the world. In today's video, we're diving into a topic that's a fan favorite, U.S. coins. We're going to explore the circulated value of the iconic 1-cent coin from 1981. Whether you're a collector or just curious about coin values, you're in the right place. Let's get started. First, let's talk about the 1981 penny. In 1981, the United States Mint continued to produce the classic Lincoln Memorial design, which had been in circulation since 1959. On the obverse, you'll find the portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the reverse, we see the iconic Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo. This design remained largely unchanged for over 40 years. But what makes the 1981 penny stand out is its place in history. It was produced during a time of high inflation in the U.S., and while this coin holds historical significance, today we'll focus on its circulated value. Now let's get into the heart of the matter, the circulated value of the 1981 penny. If you're looking to sell or buy one of these coins, you're probably wondering, what's it worth? In circulated condition, the 1981 penny is valued at around 1 cent. Yes, you heard that right. It's still worth exactly what it says on the coin. Since it was produced, over 7 billion of these coins were minted in 1981. It's not considered rare or particularly valuable in its standard circulated state. The 1981 penny was minted at 3 different facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The vast majority of these coins were produced at the Philadelphia Mint, with the Denver Mint contributing to a significant portion of the total. Because of this large mintage, it's easy to find these coins in circulation. But if you happen to come across a 1981 penny in uncirculated condition, then we're talking about a different story. Uncirculated coins are those that have not been in circulation, meaning they have no wear or damage from being spent or handled. These coins are more valuable than those found in circulation. An uncirculated 1981 penny can fetch anywhere from 10 to 30 cents, depending on its exact condition. The higher the grade, meaning the fewer blemishes, scratches, or discolorations, the more valuable the coin becomes. Some collectors even pay more for pennies that have been graded by third-party grading services. For example, a 1981 penny graded MS-65 or higher can be worth significantly more, sometimes over $1. But that's a rare find, and certainly not something you'll stumble. Of a 1981 penny is any rare variations or minting errors. Although the 1981 penny is not known for having a lot of error coins, there are still a few that collectors keep an eye out for. One such variation is the wide M variety found on the reverse side of the coin, where the letters A and M in the word America are spaced farther apart than usual. This error is most commonly seen on coins minted in Philadelphia, but it's still a fairly rare find. If you happen to find a 1981 penny with this error, you could potentially sell it for a premium. The value of a wide M penny can range from $50 to over $100, depending on the condition and demand among collectors. Now, you might be wondering, where can I find these 1981 pennies and how can I get my hands on some uncirculated or error coins? Well, there are a few places you can look. First off, you can check your pocket change, but with billions of these coins in circulation, they're not exactly rare. If you're looking for higher grade or error coins, online auction sites like eBay or specialized coin dealers are great places to buy. You can also check out coin shows or local coin shops. Just be sure to research prices and confirm the authenticity of any coin you're buying. While it's tempting to grab a deal, always check that the coin is properly graded and not overpriced. So there you have it, the circulated value of the 1981 US 1-cent coin. While it might not make you rich in its regular form, it's still a piece of history and an essential part of any coin collection. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell for more videos on US coinage and other numismatic topics. Until next time, keep on collecting, and remember, every penny counts.